welcome you to the WB Mason postgame show. I'm Nancy Newman. The Yankees began a 6-game road trip on this Memorial Day with the first of a 3-game set at Kansas City. And in our Hyundai opening comment, it was a tight game throughout until the end. And in the end, it would be the Yankees that walk away victorious in comeback fashion. Here we go. Here are the turning points of the game, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Top 2, Cody Bellinger, getting things started for the Yankees. He goes yard. It's a solo shot to right, his 7th of the year. Yankees on the board. Later in that second inning, with a runner on first and 2 out, it's J.C. Escarra lining it to left center. The runner moves to third, and Escarra, he's on base with the single. Next batter up, and a 2-2 count. Jose Caballero chopping it to right center. A run is in. Make it 2-0. Second runner goes to third. Caballero with the RBI single. 2-zip. Bottom 2, bases loaded, and Will Warren forcing Michael Massey to fly out to left center. The runner does score from third here. Massey with the sac fly, and it's a 2-1 game. So it's a 1-run game at this point. Top 4 with a runner on first, J.C. Escarra. His presence felt again. Another hit, this time to right center. The runner goes to third. Escarra in with another single. Next batter up, Jose Caballero grounding it to right to Michael Garcia. And the Royals, they turn the double play. They retire the side. On we go. Bottom of the 6th, and the big man, Salvador Perez, stepping up for the Royals, and he crushes a solo homer to left center to even the score. His 9th of the year, and it's a 2-2 game. Bottom 8, 1-1. Jake Bird misses with the curveball. Bobby Witt Jr. taking advantage. It's out to left. The Royals take the 3-2 lead, but it would be short-lived because in the top of the 9th, with 1 out, Paul Goldschmidt popping one into the infield, and Goldschmidt beats out the throw. Extra hustle. He's on first safely. Next batter up, Max Schumann pinch running for Goldschmidt. It's Jazz grounding it to right. The speed to get to second safely. That would be key. Schumann goes to third. And a moment here in the 9th for Anthony Volpe. Started today at short, coming up with the big hit for the Yankees. It's into left. Schumann scores. Jazz slides into home plate to give the Yankees the lead. The tying run is in. The go-ahead run is in. Volpe's out at second, but the 2 runs have scored, and the Yankees lead 4-3. Bottom 9, 2 out. David Bednar to seal the deal. Got it. The ground out to first, and that's a comeback. Yankees win 4-3. The final count, the Yankees extend their winning streak over 4 ALDS. The Bombers are now 4-0 against Kansas City this season, outscoring them by a combined margin of 19 runs. Let's take our first break here on the WB Mason postgame. Coming up, we will hear from the skipper, Aaron Boone, following the Yankees' 4-3 win against the Royals. That's all here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The Yankees postgame show on Yes is presented by WB Mason. Count on who but WB Mason for next day free business delivery of Blizzard Spring Water. Your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires.
It is great to have you with us on the WB Mason postgame show today. Major League Baseball continued their annual Memorial Day tradition. Memorial Day is one of remembrance and honoring personnel who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. Our memorable moments presented by Prevagen, made for your brain. Today, we look back at some picture-perfect scenes from Memorial Day at Kauffman Stadium. Before first pitch, helicopters soared overhead as fireworks lit up the sky. For the 7th season since 2019, players, coaches, and umpires wore red poppy patches on the left side of their uniforms to honor the men and women who lost their lives serving in the United States Armed Forces. The patch featured the words, "Lest we forget." The bases were decorated as well. On a Memorial Day, the Yankees win. Here's a look at the game summary. The Yankees take the series opener 4-3. It was a strong outing from both starters this afternoon. The Yankees trailed heading into the top of the ninth, but Anthony Volpe's two-run single put them in front for good. Now let's hear from the skipper with Justin Shackle and the media following the Yankees' 4-3 win.
Aaron, those 4 innings where you don't get any hits, then you go to the ninth and you get 4 straight hits. Just what was different with the at-bat quality?
Not much, frankly. Again, it was another day where we weren't rewarded for a lot. I thought Waka pitched great, but, you know, we pressured him a little, couldn't get over the hump with a chance to really take the game over. But I thought there were a number of balls, again, hit well, you know, in the gloves. So, you know, Goldie gets rewarded for getting blown up there on the fist. He's able to beat it out. Good at bat by Jazz there to, you know, sneak it past the first baseman and get to second base was not a given by any means. And then Anthony puts a really good 2-strike at bat on for the winner. So, yeah, just again, I feel like the last few days offensively, we still haven't broken out necessarily, but I feel like we're putting together quality at bats and got rewarded today in the end.
What did you like about Volpe's approach against Ursek?
Again, when?
Against Ursek.
Oh, yeah. Just no panic there with 2 strikes. You know, doesn't chase a pitch to net him another opportunity and gets one elevated enough that, you know, he gets enough of it to drive it out in the left center.
What happened with Jazz in that inning after he reached second base?
I think he was rope-a-doping. For those of you, that's Muhammad Ali. No, I think he tweaked his ankle a little bit, but yeah, I think he's okay.
Earlier in the game, what made it tough to move runners over against Waka?
Look, I thought when we got the third the first time, I thought Belly had the right at bat, trying to get a ball he could elevate, and got one, just got underneath it and popped it up. And then it looked like he made a pretty good pitch on the next time we had him runner on third with less than 2 outs when Caballero hit into the double play where he was able to put him on the ground. So, you know, overall though, I thought while I thought he threw the ball well, I thought we had some okay at bats against him, just weren't rewarded for much.
With Will, kind of a rare instance in that second where he lost the command there. How did he gain it back?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of grinded today, and, you know, it's just a sign of where he's come as a pitcher. You know, 6 innings, 2 runs allowed on a, you know, day, you know, could have got away from him very, very easily there. Just, you know, I think was probably just a tick off in you know, mechanically, which, you know, he was missing some spots, obviously, and kind of looked like he was nibbling. I don't think he necessarily was. It just was a little bit off there, but is able to, in the end, make a lot of really good pitches.
This last stretch here couldn't be, Volpe had to be tough for him. You know, missing some games going down, but you talk about his makeup and how well do you think he handled this, and here he comes up in a clutch and wins a game for you.
I mean, he's a dog. He's a gamer, and he's a tough kid. Certainly that isn't the way he would draw it up, or maybe even doesn't feel that's fair, whatever it may be. But the one thing he does is just continue to work his tail off and play his tail off. And he's come up here and, you know, his first several games back, he's played really well.
Did you not have Cruz available today?
No, I would say he was available, yes.
What made Bird the right guy to face the top of the lineup in the 8th?
Well, I guess he gave up the homer. Maybe he wasn't. I just felt good, you know. I felt good about it, you know. You know, for me, it was either Camilo or him there, and just felt like with his striking, throwing, he could. I liked some of the matchups there through Salvi. Obviously, you know, Bobby got him, but yeah, but Cruiser was available in a role.
Grissom lose that one ball in the sun there.
Yeah, I think Judgy was struggling finding a little bit. Looked like Grish might have off the back because he kind of broke back and around, and then it got just kind of in that no man's land. It looked like all day, both sides, every ball was a little bit of a challenge. I think that was one for all of them.
I know the circumstances dictated it, but, you know, this was your first time sending Caballero and Volpe out into the same lineup. You get run production from both guys.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel rewarded about that?
Yeah, I mean, good, I guess, definitely. And then Cabby makes a great play to end the game with Garcia getting down the line and Bobby Witt on deck. It's not a given. That's not an easy play. But yeah, I guess good. But I also trust in both of those guys and who they are and their makeup and their toughness that, you know, it doesn't have to be one way or the other on one game. But they were both in the middle of helping us win today.
Given the way that Volpe he's had better at bats. I mean, going into that last at bat, I think he'd already seen 23 pitches in the game, and you know, Caballero has been delivering for you all along. This idea that you might be able to have both of those guys in the lineup going forward in a lot of circumstances, is that something that you're, you know, optimistic about?
Look, it's part of the reason I tell you I like our team so much is because, you know, I feel like our depth and everything's just in a better place. And, you know, especially you start to get guys back in the mix. You get Giancarlo back in the mix or Jason Dominguez back in the mix. And you know, there's a lot of different things you can do on the diamond to win a game. And, you know, so bottom line is we got to go out there and continue to play well.
You talk about the play at the end there. Is that even tougher when you got a guy doing it who's been in shortstop all year, or is he just so athletic that you put him there and it's instinct for him?
Yeah, I mean, I just trust Hosey so much on the baseball field. Like, you know, you want it hit to him when it matters. You take him on the bases in the box when it matters. Like, you know, he wants those things, and he plays the game with just such confidence. So he's a player.
What happened with Caballero first at bat getting out late to the plate?
Cabby and I have a love-hate. I think he was having a hard time finding his helmet, and it cost him a strike there. So he'll drive you nuts sometimes, and then you want to give him a hug when he gets a base hit and drives in the first run. So he's our Cabby.
Aaron Boone, always quotable. Tomorrow, and yes, the Yankees and the Royals play Game 2 at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tune in beginning at 5:30 p.m. for extended coverage, starting with the Yankees Rewind Show. Yankees lineup presented by CarShield follows. Then it's Audi batting practice today and the FanDuel pregame, leading up to first pitch a little after 7:30 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. It is time for another break here on the W.B. Mason postgame show. Up next, we will hear from today's starter, Will Warren, following his start in the series opener against the Royals. Keep it here on Yes.
The Yankees postgame show on Yes is brought to you in part by Hyundai. Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. Visit Hyundai.com for more information.
We welcome you back to the W.B. Mason postgame show. Will Warren took the mound for the Yankees in the series opener against the Royals. He gave the Yankees 6 innings of work, allowing 2 runs, walking 3, striking out 3. Warren is featured in our highlights presented by your local Ford stores. Bottom of the first, Michael Garcia. He'll take a weak swing at the sinker on the outside part of the plate for strike 3. Warren was on point to start the game. Bottom 2, 2 on, 2 out, sac fly to get the Royals on the board. Kyle Isbell flying it down the left field line. Bellinger ranging over, and he'll make the catch to stop it there. Bottom 3, Salvador Perez popping it to the right side. Goldschmidt, the catch in foul territory. That's another end to an inning. Bottom 5, Bobby Witt Jr. chasing the fastball for strike 3. Bottom 6, Perez connecting here, though. Belly can only watch this one. Royals tied at 2. 2 batters later, Jack Caglione. Warren will win this battle swinging through the curveball for strike 3. His last batter, 6 innings of work en route to the no decision, but a very nice job by Will Warren. Here's a look at his pitch breakdown from this afternoon. He relied heavily on the four-seam fastball, throwing it 45 times, allowing just 1 hit off the pitch. Perez connected for that home run off Warren's sinker, and hitters finished 1 for 3 against that offering overall. Let's hear from Will Warren in our Genesis Sounds of the Game.
Well, after those 3 walks in the second inning, you end up retiring 12 of the next 14. What were you able to correct on the fly there?
Yeah, I think I was a little out of sync today, kind of spraying it, but at the end of the day, I think, it's not the time to go try to fix anything. It's just bear down and compete, and I think we did a good job of that, and, we held them to just 2 runs.
When you're in that hole trying to find something, where do you go to bear down?
Yeah, we're competitors at the end of the day. That's why we're all here. And so I think it's just digging deep, trusting that our stuff's good enough, and, just not really caring about results. I think it's just throwing it up there, staying pitch to pitch, and, again, trusting that, what I got is better than them.
It's now 9 of 11 starts. You're allowing 2 runs or fewer. When you hear that, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a pretty good streak there. I'm just trying to go out there and get as many outs as I can and give us a chance to win at the end of the day.
You had a lot of fly balls today. Is that just a matter of not necessarily having the sinker, or what was?
Yeah, big ballpark, and I was leaning pretty heavy on the forward just because, I didn't feel the greatest, delivery-wise. So 4 seams are going to generate a lot of fly balls. I think that was the only reason.
You see about Volpe today, what he went through the last month or so. It's had to be tough on him, and to see him come up with that big hit, you guys a little extra.
Again, we're competitors at the end of the day. We expect him to come up and get that hit there, and that obviously is a big spark for us, but I think it's a big spark for him too. It's been tough on him, and here he is coming up in a big spot and getting us the win, so that was awesome to see.
Let's check out the Yankees box score. Cody Bellinger connected for his first home run on the road this season. J.C. Escara collected 3 hits. Anthony Volpe, the game-winning 2-run single for the Yankees in the top of the 9th. And Jazz Chisholm Jr., he scored the go-ahead run after that key double. Let's hear from Jazz.
Was it the ankle or the foot?
It was ankle around the first base. Yeah. But I'm good, Got to stay in there, score runs, play the game.
You always talk about how high you are on Volpe, and he's your guy, and so you give him a hug after the game, and what he went through the last month. To see him come with that big hit, how happy are you to see him come?
The love I got for Volpe, so I'm super happy and excited for him, especially in that moment where we needed it the most, and he came in and helped us win that game right there. I'm super excited for my guy.
Were you thinking 2 immediately off the bat?
Yes, I was. I was no stop right there.
What changed for you guys into that 9th inning? 4 straight hits after not having a base runner for the 4 prior innings.
Honestly, it was time to win the game. End of the game, we never quit, we never give in, and we needed to win that game, so we just came together and did it. We always talk to each other every inning, but this inning we definitely helped each other, and going into the at-bats and asking each other what the other one saw and everything like that. So I feel like it helped a lot.
Did you pay attention at all to how Volpe handled this stretch, which obviously was tough on him? I don't know if you kept in touch with him. He was in Scranton for that short time.
But he's a pretty confident kid, and he handles things with a lot of professionality. So you would never know how he's going through it and how he's feeling fully through it. But you know how hard it is as a person and a player, and who's really playing in the same game and can see everything. How hard it is, but just to watch him just dominate it and keep his head high and just don't worry about nothing and just keep pushing. It's just amazing.
Did you give him a message at all while he was going through this?
Yeah, I did, actually. Yeah, we were texting while he was going through it, and all I told him was he was built for this. This isn't nothing but a short little road, stop in your road, and you're built for this. This is why you were here before, and this is why you're going to come back and do what you got to do.
Aaron Boone references him as a tough player. From what you see, what makes him tough as a baseball player?
I mean, he's just all around great player. He could take you deep. He could go get the hit like today. He could play great defense, amazing Gold Glove defense, steal bases, put down a bunt. I mean, he's an all-around player, and he's going out there and grinding. He doesn't let anything stop him from even like injuries. Like you've seen him last year, he played through a whole injury for a whole season. Like that's tough, especially when you're struggling. Like it's hard to go out there, play through injury when you're struggling and not quit, like, and not be like, no, like, I need to go get what I got to get right. Like, it's hard to do that, and he did it for a playoff team last year, and that's just to show you how tough he is.
Let's take another break here on the WB Mason post-game show. We will preview tomorrow's matchup as Cam Schlittler is set to toe the slab for the Yankees in Game 2 of the series. Stay right there. Welcome back to the WB Mason postgame show. Here are the numbers on Anthony Volpe in 9 games this season. A .231 average, on base .412. He got the start at short today. He went 1 for 4 with 2 RBI and the walk, including that game-winning hit in the 9th. That a 2-run single. Here is the game's hero, Anthony Volpe, with Justin Shackle in the media postgame.
Anthony, when Urset gets you to 1-2 in that count, what changes in your approach, if anything?
No, I mean, in that situation, I was just trying to put the ball in play, so my approach didn't really change that much with the count. I just want to get a good pitch and just put it in play.
Were you looking for a slider there after the previous pitch?
No, just something I could handle.
From you think that going through the surgery to today, all you went through to be a hero and a win, what's this mean to you emotionally?
No, it just felt great to, like you say, contribute and help the team win. That's all I've ever wanted to do. That was all I ever wanted to do while I was working and grinding to come back. And, yeah, it feels good.
Everybody always talks about your makeup and how good it is. You're more mature for your years. I don't know if it's easy to be that way, but has this been a challenge to go through this? Has that been tough on that makeup for you, or it's just who you are?
Yeah, I mean, but you do it for the guys. Everyone in this clubhouse does absolutely everything they can to come through and help the team win. So I just feel like I'm one of the guys, and everyone pushes me the same way I hope I push everyone else to do the exact same thing.
Aaron Boone and even some of your teammates praising your toughness here. Do you think this period for your career has made you a tougher player?
I don't know. I appreciate them saying that. I'm just trying to go out there every single day and compete and help the team win and have fun. So same game I've been playing forever, and obviously getting to play with these guys and getting to go to work with these guys, just with a lot of people, I mean, I think it brings out the best in everyone.
When you're not in there the last 2 games and then able to have the impact you have today, does that make those moments feel bigger at all?
No. I mean, I'm just going to keep working and keep doing what I can and what I can control, and yeah, that's all I can do.
How have you felt about your at-bats overall since going back?
Pretty solid. Yeah, I felt pretty good.
Anthony, obviously the question about the shortstop position has been sort of like bandied about. You know, are you happy now to see that it doesn't have to be either you or Jose at shortstop, but that sometimes both of you can play and deliver for the team?
Yeah, I just want to help the team win any way I can, and yeah, we have so many good players on this club, and we're all pulling the same rope, pulling the same direction. So we have a really big goal. It's going to take all of us. So after that, I can't control who's in the lineup, who's not. But yeah, I'll just be ready.
Does it feel different to play with him next to you on that side of the infield at all?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. We have so many great infielders, so many guys that work, and during ground balls, feels smoking them at us, and everyone's got really good hands, really good action. So there's a lot of confidence with everyone.
Did you think that last play of the game was a tough one for him to make?
Yeah, I think he made it look easy.
The Yankees' 12th comeback win, 6th 1-1 victory of the year. And with that, we wrap things up here on the WB Mason postgame show. Tomorrow's extended coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. First pitch just after 7.